am installing a Hopkins trailer hitch connector today. We are replacing my 7-pin from the factory with this guy, which the only reason for it is so I can have the 4-pin plug as well. What I'm gonna have to do in the future is, as you can see, this thing's like coming off, so I'm gonna have to pull both sides off. I'll grind off the other side eventually. Oh shoot, I can just wiggle it off. What? Well, that's kind of a little weak. But anyway, this just gets slid out. I can either take my new one. If I had a new hitch, they're kind of flat, the newer ones, which I'll eventually install on this truck, but at the moment I don't have a new one. It's got the factory round one. So I'm probably gonna stick my bracket, stick it right there. That's probably what I'm gonna do. Stick it right to the bumper itself, and that ought to work just fine, since I got tons of play, and that should work well for with the factory harness length. Potentially might have to, no, actually that should put great, because there is this little extension right here, so I shouldn't have to move the factory stuff. But for right now, we just got to get it off. Wow, this welding job on this was horrible. Look at this. This is just falling off. Look at that. Done. Just wiggled that off. Alright, so once you pull it out, this guy is your factory plug. Be careful not to break this. What I had to do to get access to that pin, I could not push it down to get it out. It just didn't move up and up. So what I had to do is I had to twist this so I could slide this bracket back, and then I used my my screwdriver to pry up a little bit as I pulled, and that was able to get this out for me. Alright, so disassembly is now complete. As you can see, I'm never using this again. This was horrible. I mean, I don't even need to grind anything off, it was so thin. That came off like all of it. I did break one of the wiring loom connectors. As you can see, that is the it was brittle enough where that is the connector that broke, or right here. This is a connector that broke quickly, and so I can always pull that out and put a new one in later. For right now, I'm not going to do that. Right now, I'm just going to install my new one and zip tie everything together. Next up, I'm going to need to find a drill that'll fit these two holes, a drill bit. Looks like we're going to go with this one. So I got one side in, and I pushed it forward to where I want it to sit. How I did it was like this. I took the stud, the main screw, and I put it through the bracket, and then I had my finger over the hole with my nut holding it down with just hand tight pressure until I could find the hole, the nut with the screw, and I just hand tighten it down. Right now I'm keeping it hand tight until I get drill this other hole. I'm going to keep this in place so that I can drill my other hole, and I'm not guessing on where to drill. During this part, highly recommend safety glasses, especially because you're leaning on your back. I've had metal in my eye before, and it was not a good time. Alright, so now I got it started. I kept the bracket in place to get my initial hole. I kind of use it as an outline. I'm going to swing it away so I can drill. Got it. be really easy if this plastic part was not there. So I'm gonna put my screw up, my nut up over the hole. I'm gonna look down through it so I can make sure it's in the right spot. I'm gonna take this and go up through the hole. Now I'm gonna use a screwdriver. And it's going to be really tough to get a full wrench in the back, through the back side of this, like I said, without having the bumper off. So I'm just going to have to do it by hand. Hopkins sent me, or E-Trailer sent me a lock nut washer as part of this, so that will certainly help. Alright, now we can do the more enjoyable part. Installing this with the provided hardware. That should have taken not a whole lot of time, took a lot longer than expected, just because trying to figure out the best way to get my hands up in that little tiny spot. This one has 4 bolts. Alright. Gonna have to go to a small flathead here. Okay. That's on there pretty good now, nice and snug. Oh man. So nice. Every vehicle should have both. Well, every truck, anyway. Some zip ties and some loom. And there's how it is right now. It's all hooked up. It's looking real nice, actually. I got enough. Might have not gotten enough. Alright, I just got a little knife here. Let's cut it. As you can see, I could find another one of these. For right now, I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to zip tie everything up right about here. I might get some, I'll probably go find some more loom for this bit. But for right now, that's all I grabbed. So let's get that up there. As you see, 3 zip ties holding in place. I'll get some loom for this next time I buy some, and then I'll cut these off. Cut the whiskers off, and then that ain't going nowhere, and I have myself a new 4-pin and 7-pin combo. Thanks for watching.